Welcome, Taurus. This is your love scope reading for August 2015. My name is Tilly, and welcome to Tarot with Tilly. And thank you so much for all the support you give me each and every day. Let's get right to the cards now. We start with a not so great card, but it's coupled with a really great card. So, Ten of Swords. Now, everybody fears this card. Don't fear this card. Okay? First of all, it's a 10. So that means you're at the end of a path. I have like a dog hair or something here. It's driving me nuts. Peanut is a golden retriever, and oh, he's got this angel fine hair. My goodness, it drives me insane. But I love him, so I put up with that. Now back to your reading. You know, this first of all, the thing that catches my eye the most is that the sun is breaking through here. Okay, you are pushing yourself back up. Now, those swords aren't in your back. They are the lessons that you've learned in probably past relationships, maybe in this relationship if you're in a relationship right now. And they are your shield of strength. Now, it is coupled with the Lovers. So it's definitely about the hurts, the scars, the traumas that you have managed to grow through on your path. I would almost have to say that if there is a relationship in your past that there was a lot of hurt, a lot of struggle, a lot of tears, a lot of sorrows, and you look back on them with today's wisdom, you take the power of that hurt, that trauma away from it. It disappears, it dissipates. So I think that is something that you really need to look at with your energy. I think you need to sit there. Now, it could be a current relationship, absolutely. So you need to look at a scar, a deep hurt, something that has changed the way you approach people, approach relationships, your response to certain things. And look at that situation with today's eyes. And understand that if you had the wisdom of today, you would have done things differently. And knowing that makes that scar go away. Puts that trauma to rest forever. It could be very much in a current relationship where if there is a lot of tension, this tells me that you have the wisdom to have those conversations, to make things right, and right for you. Hopefully right for you two together, but right for you. If you are looking for a relationship, I would definitely ask you to, oh, this little dog hair is driving me insane. If you are not in a relationship, this is a beautiful time to heal. So that a relationship that is really going to exalt you on your path comes into being. Because when we clear up old scars, old wounds, we change our light and we attract a different sort of person into our life. You know, so often I see where somebody gets together with somebody and then they leave that relationship and within months they are with another person, but they're really the same person, just in a new body. They carry all the same problems with them. They cause all the same hurts again. So it's changing your response, but it's changing your light. And if you change it from the inside, then the outside is automatically changed. Your light changes and your perception changes and your wants and needs of who is going to come into your life and what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable changes. And therefore your choices changes. So if you haven't had a lot of luck when it comes to love, this is a very powerful month for you to meditate on what those past hurts were about, what you allowed to happen, and if you use the wisdom of today in that situation, what would have been the difference? Because that is going to empower you. That is going to strengthen you when it comes to relationship. Now, if you are in a relationship, and I'm a big advocate for, when you say I do to somebody, it's supposed to be forever, but that's not the reality all the time. So if you already have a strong relationship, but you really need to talk through some issues to get them off the plate for good, strong relationships will become stronger because of this. The bond will become stronger, but I also see that sword at the bottom. The sword at the bottom is calling to me. So I think weaker relationships may dissipate this month. Now, in saying that, we have the Magician, the Empress, and the World. The Magician is the wish card. What do you want? And so that kind of goes hand in hand with those first two cards, right? What do you really want going forward when it comes to love, when it comes to beauty in your life? What gives you that drive, that hope, that feeling of appreciation, that feeling of love? And we've got the Empress here. So the Empress is one that really makes strong, defined choices and choices that are right. So you really need an honesty with yourself this month of what you want in a relationship, what you bring to the relationship, and what they bring to the relationship. And the World card is here. So I think it's a lot of learning this month, okay? I definitely think it's a lot of learning this month. It's conversations. It's getting things out into the open. And if they make you feel a certain way, then you need to tell them, this is the way you make me feel, and I don't like it. This is what I see I do for you. And you know what? Your perception may be off. Chances are your perception is very dead on. But your perception could be off, and looking through their eyes, you see a whole different thing. But I don't think that's going to be the end result. I think that you have learned from your lessons, and it's your wisdom that comes forward this month. Okay, the World card is you have come full cycle in this phase of your journey when it comes to love. And now you know how you want to go forward. So now, if you're in a relationship, you really need to sit there and say, am I in the right relationship? And if you're not in a relationship, then you've come full circle. So this is the time, if you take time to meditate, you take time to pray, take time for a little bit of healing in your life. Understand that you've gained a wisdom. That your whole light, your whole energy changes. And somebody, the new person that comes into your life, is what you want, is what your expectations demand. It's what you're truly wishing for comes to be. Now we have the Knight of Swords and the Two of Wands. Okay, now the Knight of Swords, I'm almost going to warn you on this energy because he's a young energy. Okay, he's riding out into that field. He's got his sword up. He's yelling charge more than likely, right? Letting everybody know he's coming, even though he's going to battle. So much for sneaking up on the on the other side. And it's with the Two of Wands. So, okay, well, maybe you do need to stand strong. Maybe you do need to voice your opinion. Maybe you do need to run out into that battlefield with your sword raised and yell charge. Like, I'm not putting up with this anymore. This needs to change. Or, it's kind of like you've got this fire underneath you. And with the Two of Wands there, okay, you're being drawn into a path when it comes to love. So follow your heart, follow your gut. If it feels right, chances are it's right. But if it feels wrong, then perhaps it's wrong. And each of you are walking a very unique path forward. So in a general reading, um, you really have to you lean on your wisdom. Lean on your wisdom that you have learned. I mean, you've come full circle here. You're ready to go forward. Now, when this card comes out, any new relationship that starts when this card comes out, I would go very slow with it. I would just look to enjoy myself, have a little bit of fun. Okay, get to know them on a very slow basis. You know, check back on your priority list if they're really matching up to what you truly want going forward. Don't jump into any relationship. But this is also a time to lay your cards out on the table. And I think I told Aries that too. It's a time to put your cards on the table. And I think you really hold the strength in the decision making of how to go forward within the relationship. Let's find an angel card here for you. So I think, you know, anything that you have in your past that's a traumatic experience when it comes to love, maybe it was a relationship that really ended up being ugly, understand why you allowed certain things, why you didn't speak up, why you went along with it. You know, so often you're in a relationship and you allow this one little thing to slip by, but then you look back 6 months later and it's like it's an everyday thing. And you wish you had said something, because now if you say something, they're going to be like, oh, you didn't care like the last 6 months when I was doing it. Why all of a sudden? And it's not all of a sudden. But we gain our wisdom. We gain our understanding. So this is really a month where you really need to have those conversations and plan those conversations. I mean, I know this energy is you come out on the battlefield yelling charge, but maybe that's only after you have thought it over, what you need to talk about, what the resolution is that you want. The moon. The opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. Isn't that true? Archangel Haniel. And there we have 18. So 8 plus 1 is 9, which is the completion of a path. Going to the next stage, going to the next level of your development, of your path forward when it comes to love. So, you know, face your fears and grow stronger. So what do you fear most about a relationship? What has happened in the past and you're so afraid that that's going to come into being in this relationship that you're in, or the relationship that you're looking for? Maybe you're holding back from having a relationship at all because you just don't want to go through that again, whatever that might be. So, I mean, this is a month to really tap into your wisdom, really understanding your heart, what you truly want, what you truly desire, what you expect from the other person, what you expect of yourself in a relationship, in order to make you strong, in order to make you empowered, and in order to make you feel the happiness, the joy, and the true love that can be in any relationship. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.